Hi everyone. I'll be talking about um one of my favorite author and illustrator, Anna Dewdney. Who is Anna Dewdney? Let's get started there. So this is Anna Dewdney. She's an author and illustrator. But let's talk more about her. So Anna Dewdney was born in Anna Elizabeth Lermy, then later became Anna Dewdney during her time of publishing. She's an American author and illustrator, and she's best known for all those lovely books that we love to read in our classroom called Llama Llama. So she produces the Llama series. But there's some more things about Anna Dewey that we need to talk about. So Anna Dewey, she's a teacher, illustrator, author, and advocate. And first, I just want to touch on teacher. But before we get into teacher, really, the backstory about Anna Dewey. So Anna Dewey, she actually started in her early years. She was actually a post carrier. She was a waitress, and then she became a worker in a daycare center even. And then later on, she became a teacher, and she taught remedial language and art and history at the Greenwood School, which is a boarding school for dyslexic boys. And she lived with her partner, Reed Duncan, and this was all in Vermont. Later on, as an illustrator, she first was an illustrator because, of course, she did painting, and her children's book career began when she did an artwork for Peppermint Race by Dion Curtis Reagan. Um, and then she also did an illustration for several other chapter books in 1990. The next book that she did uh, beautiful work with was What Do You What You Do Is Easy and What I Do Is Hard. And that was her first book that she did an illustration from, which was written by Jake Wolf. I'll just show you a quick picture of that book right here. Isn't that illustration beautiful? Now, later on, she became an author. And of course, our famous book, the first book that she illustrated was a Llama Llama Red Pajama. This was published in 2005 and quickly became a classic. And it grew into other titles that we love so much. Like for instance, the Llama Llama, Mrs. Mama, all those other titles that we read in our early childhood classroom. Where did our influence come from? Our work is influenced by Tasha Tundor, the early work of Maurice Sendak, Russell Hubban, Garth Williams, Barbara Cooney, Elizabeth Gudge, and Frances Hodgson and Burnett, just to name a few. Those were her inspiration for writing children's book. These are some of the books that you will see that she wrote in The Little Excavator, Llama Llama and the Billy Goat, and Llama Llama, the Red Pajama, which was our first earlier book, and then the Llama Llama, Mrs. Mama. So for all these books, they are awarded different awards. Like the Llama Llama Red Pajama was a Scholastic Parent and Child 100 Greatest Book for Children Award winner. It got an award for that. And also the Bank Street um, Best Children Book recipient also was given to this book with the Red Pajama. Her work extends throughout the world. Not only she did our book was also in America, it's also translated into different tongues such as Chinese, which is Mandarin, Chinese language or Mandarin, and also into Spanish and other languages. As an advocator, she added that small children are unadulterated beings. They experience and recognize feelings in themselves and others, much like animals do, and without all that other stuff on top. Um, she strongly believed that it can be stressful to be a little person. So within our books, most of our books were emotionally geared for children who were going through a really rough, hard time in this place called Earth and in this world. So she decided that why not make books that will help all these small minds figure out how to control those emotions. And here she comes with the Llama Llama series to help all our little ones to find out how to express those emotions in a way, and how that even when you express those emotions, there's someone there always there to help you, people that who love you and will help you through these emotions. As I stated before, she lived in Vermont with her partner, and also they had two daughters, and they lived there on September 3rd, 2016. We lost her. September 3rd, 2016, sorry, we lost Anna Dewey. And this was due to a brain cancer. But our legacy does live on. She she has family members, and plus her partner and sister has come up with this foundation that also gives out rewards and also talk about pushing our work to go further. And it can be said that our legacy still live on because these books are still famous throughout reading sessions within classroom for read aloud, and also helping parents and adults to bridge the gap to meet their children where they need it most. Here is a short clip of how our foundation is, and which is our legacy, is still lives on.
Anna knew she wanted to make children's books since she was a little girl. She was always writing and making up stories. And I know as a career path or as a life path, that's something that was indisputable for her and what she needed to not just do, but what she needed to be. Anna was a very alive person. When you were in her presence, you felt her energy, and she tended to absorb the energy of things around her. She looked at her experiences as a mom, some of them fun, some of them not so fun, all of them loving. Those are the kind of real world mom experiences that informed her books and gave her inspiration for the stories that she created. You live in Vermont. It's a rural state. There are lots of farms and animals around. And when Anna was driving around in the car with the girls in the back seat, they passed a field full of cows. And she said, "Oh, look, girls, cows. What sound do cows make?" And the girls, of course, would say, "Moo." Pass other animals and make the appropriate noises. Well, there happened to be a farm that had some llamas out in the pasture. Driving by, "Oh, look, girls, llamas. What sound do llamas make?" Llama, 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 llama. Llama, 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 llama. What sound do llamas make? As a kind of an on-the-spot invention, she just said llama, 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 llama. To be funny, and it worked in the car, but that llama llama repetition was really the impetus for llama llama. The idea really came from there. Anna always felt that the adult child bond that occurs when a children's book is read was extremely important. The story is a wonderful thing, but that connection that happens, that interpersonal bond that happens, was really important to Anna, and something I know she wanted to be able to pass on to others. She requested that instead of a funeral for herself, that her readers take some time to read a book with a child. That experience would have meant much more to her than a bunch of people standing around talking about her. Because the experience of reading aloud with a child was so dear to Anna, the idea that there's actually an award that honors not just Anna and her work, but that whole experience of reading aloud with a child really would have made her happy. And I know she would have been thrilled that such an award exists.
So let's continue the legacy of Anna Dewey. As she said, and she quoted in a interview, let reading be an intimate thing between you and a child where they feel that they're close to you. So as teachers, as illustrators, as authors, let's show the children the world of reading, that reading is a connection, is an intimate thing that they can feel safe within your arms. Thank you, y'all. Thanks again. Bye.